Imagine this. You're out for your daily walk, doing the thing everyone tells you is the best exercise. The air feels nice, your mind is calmer, but when you get home and go to stand up from the couch, your knees complain, your hips feel stiff, and your balance is just a little more wobbly than you'd like. You're doing everything right, so why does your body still feel less steady? Here's the quiet truth that almost no one says clearly enough. Walking is wonderful for your heart, but by itself, it's not enough for your hips, balance, and long-term independence after 50. Walking mostly keeps you moving in one straight line, with low resistance and very little challenge for the muscles and systems that prevent falls. Your glutes, deep hip stabilizers, core, upper back, and the lightning-fast reactions of your nervous system. The good news? You don't need to walk less. You just need to add smarter movements alongside it. In this video, I'm going to guide you through 5 powerful at-home exercises that go deeper than walking ever could. They're not harder just for the sake of it. They're more targeted. They open the hips, walking stiffens. They wake up glutes that sitting has put to sleep. They rebuild, pulling strength in your upper body. They teach your legs to hold you like pillars. And they sharpen the inner GPS in your brain that keeps you upright when life suddenly shifts. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy clothes. You don't need to feel athletic. You just need a floor, a wall, a chair, and a decision that you're not done getting stronger. Let's begin. Unlocking your hips, the frog reset. If you walk, drive, or sit a lot, your hips have probably been stuck in the same narrow range of motion for years. Legs moving forward and back, feet shuffling in a straight line, knees rarely drifting to the side. What quietly pays the price for that? The inner thighs, the deep muscles around your hips, and the pelvic floor, a trio that has a huge impact on how easily you get in and out of a chair, how you pivot to turn, how your lower back feels at the end of the day, how stable your pelvis is when you walk. When those muscles are short, tight, or sleepy, your body compensates. Your lower back works harder, your knees twist, your balance feels less secure. You might not connect that mild groin stiffness or inner thigh tightness with your back pain or balance issues, but they're deeply linked. That's where a simple frog-style hip opener becomes powerful. Instead of moving your legs in a straight line like walking, you gently open them out to the sides, reminding your hips they're designed to move in all directions, not just forward. Here's how to explore it gently. Find a mat, rug, or folded blanket and come onto your hands and knees. Slide your knees away from each other until you feel a mild stretch along the inner thighs, not pain. Turn your feet slightly outward so your legs form a loose frog shape. Lower down onto your forearms if you can, keeping your back long, not rounded. Gently shift your hips back a few centimeters, then forward again, like a slow tide. You're not forcing anything. You're inviting your hips to open. Even 20-30 seconds of this gentle movement, repeated a few times, can improve lubrication in your hip joints, ease the pull on your lower back, help circulation in the pelvis and legs, give your nervous system a feeling of space instead of constant tightness. Over time, walking itself starts to feel lighter and freer, not because you stretch for hours, but because you gave the hips a chance to remember their full design. Reawakening your powerhouse, the glutes. Now let's talk about the muscles that quietly carry you through life. Your glutes. They help you stand up, climb stairs, lift things, protect your lower back, stay steady when you trip or turn. Walking does use your glutes a bit, but especially if your steps are short or cautious, they often just coast along. The front of your hips does most of the work and the back of your body goes offline. That's when you start noticing, needing your hands to push off from chairs. Your back doing the lifting instead of your hips. Feeling like your legs have no power even if you walk every day. The glute bridge is one of the simplest ways to tell your body, we still need this power back here. Wake it up. Try this. Lie on your back on a mat or firm bed. Bend your knees and place your feet flat, about hip width apart. Let your arms rest by your sides, palms down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently squeeze your buttocks and press your feet into the floor, lifting your hips just until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Pause for 2-3 seconds at the top. Feel the back of your legs working. Slowly lower your hips back down, one vertebra at a time. You're not trying to thrust your hips as high as possible. You're aiming for controlled strength, not drama. As this becomes comfortable, you can hold the top for a little longer, move more slowly, or eventually try lifting one heel slightly to shift more work onto one leg. The benefits stack up quietly. Glutes and hamstrings get stronger. The back of your pelvis supports your spine better. Walking and stair climbing feel more powerful instead of draining. Your posture naturally lifts, not because you force it, but because the muscles behind you are doing their job again. This is how you build your power plant back up from the ground. Before we go on, if you're finding this helpful so far, if you appreciate understanding why these moves matter, not just being told what to do, this is a good moment to pause and do something simple that really supports the channel. Tap subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This tells YouTube that content designed specifically for people over 50 content that respects your intelligence and your body is worth showing to more people. And it means you won't miss the upcoming guides on balance, joints, brain health, and more. All right, back to your body. Reclaiming your pulling strength, the gorilla wall pull. Most of daily movement after 50 is pushing and reaching, pushing a door open, pushing yourself out of a chair, reaching forward for cupboards, phones, remotes. What we almost never do anymore is pull. But pulling strength matters for opening heavy doors, lifting and stabilizing loads like groceries, supporting your spine so your shoulders don't collapse forward, catching yourself when you stumble and grab onto something. When the muscles of your upper back and arms weaken, your posture rounds. Your head drifts forward, your breathing becomes shallower. Your balance even suffers because your body's center of mass shifts. Walking does almost nothing for those muscles. To wake them up without needing a pull-up bar, you can use a towel and a wall. Here's a simple way to feel it. Take a longer towel or resistance band and drape it over one shoulder. Stand sideways next to a wall, about a foot away, with the towel between you and the wall. Hold both ends of the towel in the hand closest to the wall, around chest height. Stand tall, soften your knees slightly, and let your other arm rest by your side. Now imagine you're starting a lawnmower or pulling a heavy door. Draw your elbow back and your body gently toward the wall, squeezing your shoulder blade behind you. Pause for a moment in that pulled position. Then slowly let the towel lengthen again as you return to your starting stance. You'll feel the work between your shoulder blade and spine, not just in your arm. By repeating that 8-12 times per side for a couple of sets, you are strengthening the muscles that pull your shoulders back and open your chest. Improving grip strength, a surprisingly strong predictor of overall function with age, supporting a more upright posture, which in turn helps balance and breathing. Think of this as reminding your upper body, we don't just push the world away, we can pull ourselves up too. Strength through stillness, the horse stance. We often measure exercise in steps, distance, or how much we move. But one of the most powerful ways to build strength and resilience after 50 is actually to hold to stay still under gentle tension. Why? Because in real life, it's not just moving that matters, it's being able to stand solid when a bus stops suddenly, hold your position if a dog pulls on the leash, keep your legs from collapsing when you slip and catch yourself. Walking doesn't really train that kind of strength. There's always momentum helping you along. The horse stance is an old martial arts posture that looks simple, until you feel what it asks of your body. To explore it, stand with your feet wider than your hips, toes turned slightly out. Gently bend your knees and lower your hips as if you're about to sit on a low, invisible stool. Keep your chest lifted and your back long. Imagine a string gently pulling the crown of your head upward. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes, not collapsing inward. Hold this position, even if it's shallow, for 15-30 seconds while breathing slowly. What's working? Thighs and glutes are holding your body weight. Hips and ankles are stabilizing. Your core is quietly supporting your spine. Your mind is practicing staying with mild discomfort without panicking. Over time, you can sink a little lower, hold a little longer, or gently pulse up and down a tiny bit to build endurance. You're teaching your legs to act like strong pillars, not shaky sticks. You're also sending a very clear message to your bones. We still carry weight, stay dense, stay ready. This kind of controlled stillness builds a quiet kind of confidence that walking alone never touches. Training your inner GPS, balance with head turns. Now we arrive at something subtle but crucial, how your body reacts when your world shifts unexpectedly. You might have noticed this in daily life. You turn your head to check traffic and feel slightly off balance. You look up at a shelf, then back down, and there's a brief wave of dizziness. You try to walk and talk or look around at the same time, and feel less steady than before. That's not just being older. That's your vestibular system, the balance centers in your inner ears and brain needing a bit of training. Walking in a straight line without changing your gaze much is comfortable, but it doesn't challenge this system at all. The problem? Most falls happen when something changes. You turn quickly. You step around an obstacle. You look over your shoulder while moving. We can gently rehearse those challenges in a safe way. Try this balance drill. Stand near a counter or sturdy chair where you can easily grab support. Shift your weight onto one leg and lift the other foot just an inch or two off the ground. Soften your standing knee slightly, don't lock it. Now, while keeping your body tall, slowly turn your head to the left, back to center, then to the right, as if you're saying no very gently. Keep your gaze at eye level, not looking at the floor. Breathe. Aim for about 10 seconds like this, then rest and switch legs. What's happening inside? Your inner ear is sensing head movement. Your eyes are giving your brain information about the world. Your joints, muscles, and tendons are telling your brain where your body is in space. All three systems are learning to cooperate again. At first you may wobble, that's normal. You can always keep one fingertip on the counter. The goal is not to be perfect, it's to stimulate the system. With practice, your reactions get sharper. Your brain gets quicker at correcting small losses of balance. Those almost fell moments become less frequent and less frightening. This is how you train your inner GPS before life tests it without warning. Putting it all together. We've just walked through 5 movements that walking alone will never give you. A hip opener that restores lateral movement and eases deep tension. A bridge that reawakens your glutes, the powerhouse of your lower body. A pulling pattern that rebuilds upper back strength and posture. A held stance that builds leg and joint resilience through stillness. And a balance drill that teaches your brain and inner ear to react faster when your head moves. You don't need to cram them all into one long session. You could pair the hip opener and glute bridge on one day. Do the wall pulls and horse stance another day. Add the head turn balance drill at the kitchen counter while you wait for the kettle to boil. The magic isn't in doing everything perfectly. It's in doing something consistently, with attention. Walking will always be valuable. Keep it, cherish it. But now you know, it's only one part of the story. The other part, the part that protects your independence, your ability to get off the floor, to react to a misstep, to stand tall and steady, is built in these quiet, intentional moments of targeted strength and balance work. Every time you lower into a horse stance and hold, every time you lift your hips in a bridge instead of pushing off with your hands, every time you wobble a little while turning your head on one leg and stay with it, you're telling your body, I'm still here. I still move with purpose. I still expect you to support me. That message matters more than any number on a birthday cake. If one of these exercises spoke to you, tell me in the comments which one you're going to try first. Even if it's just one, even if you do it for 10 seconds, that's a beginning. And if you know someone over 50 who walks every day but still feels unsteady or weak, share this with them. Sometimes, a single new idea is all it takes to change how we age. You're not here to fade quietly. You're here to move wisely, to stay strong, and to keep writing new chapters in a body that's still very much capable of adapting. Let's keep building that strength together.